In this video, we're going to be looking at The Amazing Digital Circus episode number 2 leaks. We're going to be looking at some new characters at the inside of Pomni's room. We're also going to be looking at some early scenes, cursed photos of The Amazing Digital Circus that are going to freak you out, an old intro that was never used and it is really creepy, and some cutscenes that you've never seen before. All of that in this video right after you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Here we go!
We just got our
This is the inside. This is the inside of Pomni's room. Oh my god, oh my god. Yes. Yes, they did, and I saw that image. And I remember they said if we get over 100k likes, that they're gonna actually open the room.
Seeing the inside of Pomni's bedroom will help us solve the entirety of episode.
Really? How? How is looking at the inside of Pomni's room gonna help us discover the entire show? I'm really curious.
We've been waiting to see the inside of Pomni's bedroom.
We have been waiting, and we've been waiting for a long time.
Being over a month ago on the Wacky Watch website.
Yes, the Wacky Watch. The good old Wacky Watch, where you can look right inside of Pomni's room without her even noticing.
It's safe to say that
how creepy, if you ask me.
Another thing that we can't just skip over is how this room will be significant in the episode and the show as a whole.
Really, how?
I often say that it's promotional material to hype fans up. I think
tell me, you have my interest, sir.
Role in the events of episode 2 of this series. If you look at the Wacky Watch website and now
okay, the Wacky Watch website.
That there are quite a few references to Pomni's room just for it to be some sort of coincidence.
Right, you're saying it can't be a coincidence.
To prepare us for what the next episode will entail.
Is it gonna have something to do with Pomni's room?
And what will happen inside of it.
Or that Pomni's room is gonna be a significant part.
And maybe more circus
a hideout? And more circus members? Wait, are you saying that there's gonna be new characters?
Staying in the circus. And she is
new characters. And they're gonna be hiding inside of Pomni's room? And they're gonna be using the room to try to escape? Really?
So who would help Pomni anyways? Well, recently Gooseworks made a
oh my god, look at that, look at that. What is that? Oh my god, are those reflections of new characters? I've never seen that character before. And who is that character? What about that one? Are those 3 different characters? Wait, hold on a sec. That's a 4th one right there. Are you trying to tell me that there's gonna be 4 new characters? No freaking way.
With a caption that reads, quote,
the damn cameraman is falling asleep again.
Showing reflections on the shiny
oh my
of the
god,
circus,
there's 4 members.
Off the original cast just before they
4 new characters.
If you look closely at these reflections, we can see that these characters are all ones
one of them looks like Bonnie
from
from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Will have the exact same
is Bonnie gonna suddenly appear? No, there's no way. That would just be.
And the rest of these characters will team up and work together.
So all of the new characters.
Room during night
all of the new characters are basically gonna join?
As we see on the Wacky Watch website, Pomni is somehow being watched through the Wacky Watch. We already know that Kane has millions of all-seeing eyes.
Oh my god, yeah, Kane does have a lot of eyes. And Kane is a creep.
They should. This would mean that Pomni and her friends are all being spied on by Kane, and he knows all.
Yes.
This could be
is he spying on them using the Wacky Watch?
To not let the cast of the Amazing Digital Circus leave, which would
so every time there's a new character,
the new characters trapped
they're gonna try to escape, just like Pomni. Pomni's a new character. All the other old characters, they don't even try to escape anymore because they've been there for so long. But Pomni's a new character, so if there's any other new characters, they're gonna try to escape with Pomni. It's basically a giant jailbreak, if you ask me.
Only understanding that she wanted an exit, and not the more important detail of wanting to leave the circus. So, maybe in an attempt to make them happy, Kane will try to make an exit for the prisoners again, which will lead them to the void, which of course
whoa, like a fake exit.
Self-conscious about his unfinished work in the
that's pretty evil, even for you, Kane.
Episode 2. We are going to be covering every single leak in this video. Recently, over on Glitch Productions website, the Wacky Watch, they updated
the Wacky Watch. I remember this, and on the Wacky Watch, you can now see a looping video of Pomni's room.
Sleeping in what can only be theorized to be Pomni's bedroom. In the first episode of The Amazing Digital Circus, it's revealed to Pomni by Ragatha that every circus member gets their own room.
Yep.
So, this is where we all live. or well, where we all sleep at night. Even though we don't really need to sleep, it's sometimes nice to kind of take a break from everything and have a bit of a routine, you know?
The fact that they don't need to sleep is pretty weird.
That this is most likely
Except
Pomni's room that
Pomni?
she's sleeping in.
Does Pomni actually? How come they don't need to sleep, but Pomni needs to sleep?
There is a lot more that meets the eye. Something
Kinda
I
weird.
noticed is that on the webpage, it appears that the video of Pomni sleeping is being watched or recorded to Kane's Wacky Watch. We know that Kane's Wacky Watch.
So Kane's Wacky Watch is the way how he actually spies on everyone. So he's probably going to be able to access all of the new characters just from his Wacky Watch. That's a little wacky if you ask me.
Watches over all of the circus members. Since everyone lives in a digital world in what is implied to be a video game. However, I think it is safe to say that the Wacky Watch can see anything.
Anything and everyone at all times, even if you're in the bathroom.
In his own way, of course.
Hello, Kane. I love you.
Whoa, so weird.
Well, thinking about this, though, I began to wonder, why does Kane want to watch Pomni anyways? Well,
Why does? Because it's a new character. That's what I think. I think it's a new character, and he knows that new characters have the tendency to want to run away. That's why he's not watching the other characters, because he knows the other characters have been there long enough and they've given up on trying to leave. But Pomni's a new character, and the new character. Wait a sec. Does that mean that Kane is probably also going to be keeping an eye on the new characters as well? That's my theory.
Force Pomni to either accept her fate in the digital circus or go to more extreme measures to escape this digital prison that she is trapped in.
Oh my god, it's basically like a prison escape.
It really leaves me wondering, what will the other characters' rooms look like? We see Pomni's room in her color scheme.
Probably gonna be the same color scheme as the new characters.
If we take a closer look at Kaufmo's room, it's the exact same color scheme.
Yep, it is. Same exact thing. Yellow, blue.
As you can see, every character's room is somewhat custom fit to them.
Yep.
So I would like to take a second to theorize what the other characters' rooms will look like.
It's gonna be like the same colors as them.
Red and purple.
Yeah, red and purple.
Next,
Jax is gonna be,
Kanger, and I
well,
believe that
Kanger is
Kanger's
gonna be
room is
purple and
painted in a
white probably.
checkerboard pattern. Considering he is a chess piece, he also
that
may have
actually,
chess-related
that's a good
decorations
one.
in his room. Zubul's room would probably be really colorful.
Probably
almost
rainbow.
Like a rainbow, similar to her design in the show.
That's what I think
like
as well.
The random shapes and color patterns on her body. Jax's room would probably be purple, yellow, and red. And
Yep.
he would definitely have some contraband.
Probably gonna have some
like
carrots everywhere. I think there's also gonna be prank items inside his room.
Considering he seems to have a more destructive attitude in the circus. Finally, there's Gangle, and we have actually seen
Gangle's gonna be like a bunch of different masks, like a happy mask, a sad mask, maybe like a mime, you know, because mimes don't even have any emotions.
With a lone mirror and desk. The rest of the room is engulfed in darkness, and we can
Oh my
see a
God.
floor that is a checkerboard pattern. This leads me to believe that there's more to Gangle than we actually think, and maybe
Really?
we'll see a dark side to Gangle in a later episode.
Maybe we're gonna find out why Gangle is always crying. Besides the fact that it's just a mask.
There were a couple
Probably gonna be
images
some kind of a
uploaded
deep
to Glitch
meaning.
Productions Twitter page, which I believe may be used in the second episode of the Amazing Digital.
Really? What are the images? Let's see.
Have is a picture of
Oh my God, it's a
without
secret
any
image.
lighting or texturing, which I don't think this shot will have much significance to the episode.
It's just
quite comedic.
Kane
Another
flexing.
image uploaded on Glitch Productions Twitter account would be this image shown here, showing
Let's see.
Pomni sitting down and looking disappointed about something.
I mean, I feel like that's Pomni all the time,
The
right?
final scene
That-
of
I
the
don't think that's
Amazing
anything
Digital
new.
Circus, where Pomni blankly stares into space, pondering her existence in this digital circus.
That sounds like me every single day.
This will be used at the beginning of the second episode, showing that Pomni still isn't used to her new life in this digital circus.
I don't think you can ever get used to your new life in a digital
Causes her to
circus.
Sit down and stare off blankly like this. Another couple of leaks from episode 2 that I have is about the plot of the episode.
The
creator of the
plot?
Amazing Digital Circus
You think the
just
plot's gonna
said that
change?
Each episode will focus on a different character. Throughout the entire season,
Each episode is gonna be a different
Well, it's
character.
unclear if the pilot counts as the show's first episode at this point. We do not know that the very next episode of the Amazing Digital Circus will be about everyone's favorite character, Jax. And I have a theory about what will happen to him.
What if it's about the new characters?
About what the second episode would be about, and Gooseworks simply responded with depression. While this
Depression?
may seem like just a joke of an answer, if we look at Jax's behavior in the pilot, we can start putting all all of the pieces together. Everyone knows that.
Do you think it's about Jax?
To the other members of the circus, and generally has a don't care attitude.
Well, what if it's about Gangle? Because Gangle's always crying, so maybe Gangle's the one that is depressed. So maybe the next episode is actually going to be about Gangle.
Being depressed. And I think this adds more coal to the fire of Jax abstracting in the second episode. As we
maybe. Guys, who do you think is going to be abstracted in the second episode? Is it going to be Jax? Or is it going to be Gangle?
The only thing stopping this is the fans' love for the character. There's also evidence supporting the idea that Jax won't abstract in the second episode. In the same Q&A,
I don't know. I think it might be Gangle.
The second episode, and her response was that.
Can you give us a hint for episode 2? Also, have you heard?
This is exciting for the Jax fans out there because everyone has been theorizing that Jax will become abstracted in the second episode.
Jax abstracted? I really hope Jax does not get abstracted. Jax is one of my favorite characters. Who is your favorite character from the Amazing Digital Circus?
Another episode 2 leak that I found is a potential release date using many
a release date? When?
Production time for the first episode and other hints released by the show creator Gooseworks. I think that
when? Tell me when. I want to know right now.
Piece of information
I want to know right now.
Release date actually comes from the release date of another one of Glitch's other shows.
Okay.
And the next
Murder Drones. I did hear about that.
Release date set in spring of this year, which means that episode 2 of the Amazing Digital Circus could come out after that, or hopefully before.
Maybe before.
To note is that Glitch Productions finished other episodes of the Murder Drones incredibly quickly, releasing a new.
Whoa! So you're saying they're gonna release it probably this summer?
6, which released 4.
Oh my God! What if they release it this summer?
2 months after that. So if we are to believe that Glitch Productions is going to follow this release pattern, I think it's safe to say that we could see a new episode of the Amazing Digital Circus within a month or 2. But if we want to
a month or 2, damn!
Let's first look at what
that's pretty soon. Next up, we're gonna see some early scenes.
You probably don't know, the Amazing Digital Circus has been in the works for a very long time, with pre-production starting in the middle of 2022, almost a year and a half before it finally released near the end.
What? The middle of 2022? I did not know that. Did you know that? I thought the Amazing Digital Circus just kind of popped up out of nowhere.
The first episode of the Amazing Digital Circus, and there are some pretty interesting things.
Whoa! Look at the loop! Whoa!
You will notice that the lighting has not been added to the scene, and some
okay.
are a bit more primitive compared to their final version.
Well, I guess they were working on it for such a long time. Like, it makes sense. They don't want to just release it. They gotta make sure it's looking good.
One of the early development scenes that caught my eye was the scene where Ragatha and Pomni first encountered Kaufmo after he's been turned into an abstract monster. If you look at the earlier and unfinished version, you will notice that Kaufmo looks a lot less menacing before the.
In the earlier versions, Kaufmo just looks like Skittles, to be honest.
Characters that never got used, or were used but never shown in the final render of the episode.
How did you even find these?
These animations could have been.
Oh my God! Oh, look at all the animations, guys. These are all like a bunch of secret animations. Oh my God, this is so cool.
We'll ever see these characters team up to stop Kane to try and leave this digital circus instead of the chaos in episode 1. This part shows the running.
Oh my God, that looks so funny. The abstracted characters look so funny. Look at that. It looks like a little puppy.
And well, in the first episode, when abstracted.
Whoa! It doesn't look like a little puppy anymore.
We catch a vague glimpse of many characters who used to be a part of the circus.
Look at all the characters.
Members who have been abstracted will most likely look the same. But since this text singles out Kaufmo being the one who has been abstracted, instead of just being an abstracted circus member, I am led to believe that if another circus member is going to be abstracted, they will look different than Kaufmo's abstracted.
You think they're gonna look different?
Well, these are
I don't know. It kind of just looks like a giant black blob.
Amount of facial renders and animations from each of the Amazing Digital Circus's iconic cast members, such as this animation of Pomni holding in vomit or looking very bothered by something similar to
what are you trying to say?
Scene of the very first episode. Another early scene I found was a demo version of the scene where Ragatha and Pomni first meet Kaufmo.
Oh my God, this is so cool. I've never seen this before.
The use of a more cartoony animation style in the demo with
oh my God, it's so much more cartoony.
That of a cartoon character. Well, in the final episode, her movements are a lot more.
Wait, hold on a sec.
According to the
on second thought,
this was to make the scene more serious.
Can I even notice a difference?
The scene depicts Pomni and Ragatha in
okay, I see a difference now. Next up, we're gonna see some cursed development images from the amazing digital circus that you've never seen before.
Here, we are shown what is described as the
Oh my God.
development.
Whoa! That looks so creepy.
These characters are shown
Whoa!
to be distorted or modeled.
Okay,
in a
that
very
looks really
strange way,
creepy.
Where their elements of
What
their design
the?
look through their body.
Oh my
Like here,
God.
where Jax's eyes and teeth are being fused together.
This looks so
Something I
creepy.
did want to theorize about for a moment is this screenshot showing Jax looking very creepy and demented in a way he's never shown in
Oh my God.
As you may know, it's widely theorized that Jax will be one of the first characters.
Oh my God, that
ever
was so
to become
creepy.
Abstracted, with people speculating it to happen as early.
Everyone
as the
thinks
very
Jax is getting it
Considering the episode
abstracted?
2 of Digital Circus has
Oh my
been
God.
by the show's
But that would be
creators,
so
where
lame
many
because Jax
is the main focus.
is
This makes
such
me
a
wonder what the
prankster.
process
If the
of
main
abstracting
prankster
will
is
be like. I don't
gone,
think
the
that
show's
they'll
not
just
gonna be as
immediately
fun
transform
anymore.
From a normal circus performer to a giant beast, like what Kaufmo looked like in the pilot. And this image makes
I
me
hope
think
not.
that perhaps
Oh my God, look at the
abstraction is a
cursed
slower
images.
process. And
Oh
this
my
could be a
God,
part
look
of
at how
the
creepy
process,
Jax
showing
is.
Jax at the beginning
That's so
of his
creepy.
abstraction. Let's just hope that isn't the case though, because if Jax were to abstract, the fandom would probably go insane. Another scene.
I agree. I love Jax. I don't even know why. I think it's just a good looking
But Pomni
character.
isn't.
Next up, we're gonna watch the old intro from the amazing digital circus.
Here's the thing I was very excited to show you guys.
Okay,
As you
let's
can
see this.
I found
This
an
is the
alternate
old.
version of the show's
Oh my
original
God, an
intro.
alternate intro. Let's see this. This is so different. This is so different. Oh my God. This is so different. Oh my God. This is a completely different intro. I kind of got used to the new one.
This theme I found also has alternate lyrics. For instance, instead of the original version,
This is so much different than the one we're used to.
we hear different
That's so
lyrics.
different. Okay, it's a little creepy to be honest. This is giving me way creepier vibes. I wonder why they decided to change it. Maybe because it's just like too creepy? It's so creepy. And then the music just randomly stops?
This is very interesting because one of the most iconic and fan favorite things about this show is the incredibly catchy intro theme. And
Yeah,
hearing
that's
the
true.
extended version of the intro song is actually pretty cool.
To be honest, the only song I can remember in my head is the music video that I made about the amazing circus. Day after day after day after day, welcome to a circus with no exit, one to play. I feel like mine was a lot cooler, but anyway. Next up, we're gonna look at some secret cutscenes.
There's some demo versions we
Oh
can
my
look
God.
at. It's been
Let's
revealed for
see.
the first time that
Let's
the
see. I'm so
is
excited.
animated. So it's intriguing to think about how the animators
Let me see these cutscenes.
make
Oh.
the characters behave on screen to fit their personalities.
Uh-huh.
And also show the very first piece
Oh my God,
of
Jax just got pranked by his own little prank thing.
Welcome to the amazing
Sing Digital Circus.
Are you ready to see
Oh, look, that's so cool. Oh, what just happened?
Well, too bad. You're gonna see it anyway. In today's show,
Okay.
we've done quite the performance.
Oh my God.
Wrong thingamagingama.
This is so freaking crazy. This is actually crazy. Oh my God, what the?
Ladies,
Look at all of the images side by side.
perform something you've never seen before.
I really like the drawings on the top left.
Well, I think we both had something to learn from that experience.
This is so cool. I really like the drawings.
Everything that there is to know about the digital circus before revealing the show's star.
Right, that makes sense.
Six between Pomni and Kane, where Kane is throwing knives at Pomni, who is tied to a
Whoa.
spinning target, which I do admit is.
Oh, poor Bomb. He just got thrown a bunch of knives.
But now for the last bit of this video.
All right,
I'm gonna
let's see,
talk
let's
about
see.
Why I think we're gonna get a new character in episode 2.
I think there's gonna be new characters.
Characters in the amazing digital circus appear quite unexpectedly. But I've always wondered, why is there an even number of them? Even though that detail seems unimportant, after watching this video to the end, you'll realize that the number of residents being even or odd basically determines the likelihood of a new character.
Really?
And I'm about to explain.
Okay, let me see. Tell me. I am all ears.
Zubul and others.
Uh-huh.
Consider Kane and his handheld robot Bubble because they are not residents of the circus and they
No.
are proven to be AI. At this moment, we have 6 characters.
Okay, so we got 6 characters.
Take a second to imagine if there were 10 or more characters living in the digital circus.
Okay, 10 characters at the same time.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of characters.
Since the release of the pilot episode, there has been a theory floating around the internet that there's going to be a completely new character that is going to replace the abstracted character. The writers themselves haven't officially stated this, but the situation with Pomni and Kaufmo that you just witnessed gives us confidence in this theory. As soon as Kaufmo disappeared, Pomni spawned in. Some might say that this is just a coincidence.
Wait, so what you're saying is someone else is gonna disappear, and then a new character is gonna appear? I guess that could make sense, right?
No one knew that Kaufmo abstracted. But could this mean that Kaufmo was actually still alive? And does that mean more than 6 characters can live at the same time in the circus? Well, I think we'll find the answer to that question in the new episodes. But I would like to mention the characters that once lived in the amazing digital circus, but have long since been abstracted. In fact, there's also a big mystery that none of us have any idea what happened to them before the digital circus.
Yeah, and there's like an X on their door.
In the first place. However, there is one character in the amazing digital circus who knows absolutely everything that went on in the circus before Pomni arrived.
Who?
And that is Kinger. This strange and somewhat
Kinger.
frightening chess piece has lived in the circus longer than anyone.
Kinger just knows everything.
That has seen everyone's fate.
What if Kinger? Oh my god, look at all the crossed off characters.
The abstracted character.
That's what I think too.
Fate that we're interested in. It's the number and order of which they have.
And how come Kinger was never crossed out? What if Kinger is low-key a spy?
In case you didn't know, in the amazing digital circus, every new series is dedicated to a new character. As you and I may have noticed over the years in the amazing digital circus, a huge number of characters have lived there, and it's most likely.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters that live there.
Character disappeared and was replaced by a new one.
Right.
Now, remember what I said about odd and even numbers?
Yeah, I still don't get how this makes sense.
Story of the poor clown Kaufmo.
Okay, Kaufmo.
The defining and most important part of this video. Let's
Why?
back up a little bit and remember that there are now 6 characters.
There's 6 characters.
That's
Got
an
it.
Even number. And
Yeah.
That's what's gonna be defining here. And if the circus must have an even number of characters, then Kaufmo is still alive. Then if Kaufmo is still alive, we will have a new character. The total number of characters will be 8. But if Kaufmo is really no longer
If Kaufmo is gone, then we're gonna have 5 characters.
Greatly reduced, if not eliminated. It's a bit of a stretch to say that the number of characters will be even or not. But if you think about it, we were originally shown 6 characters.
Okay, I feel like this one is a bit of a stretch. I don't know if that one is exactly true. I feel like that one is a bit of a stretch.
The next episode. Maybe Kane will come up with a task where the residents work in pairs. A very large number of people believe that Kaufmo is still alive and just hidden somewhere in the circus. And the transformation into an abstract monster is some sort of an illusion by Kane or someone higher up, which means that this new character has a great chance
Who is
of
the new
appearing at the start of
character?
the next episode. Now, I hope I didn't break your brain trying to explain this.
You kind of did. I still don't really get the even and odd thing.
But now that we covered
So
that,
I'm gonna have to rewatch this video just to wrap my head around it because I'm still kind of
Who is the
confused.
main author of this indie animated series, originally explained that Kaufmo was going to be in the series in his original form because we even have his full 3D model. But when writing the final version of the script, it was decided that it was necessary to get rid of Kaufmo.
They just got rid of Kaufmo.
Characters. This leads us.
Wait, that means there's definitely gonna be more
and there will be
characters.
no new characters.
What?
That's what I first thought, at least. But if you watch the pilot episode of the amazing,
There's no way there's not gonna be any
This
new
episode has a
characters.
huge number of clues, secret meanings, references, riddles, and
There's gotta be new
This
characters.
works from confusing us a bit in this time.
Yeah, this is just so confusing. And honestly, after watching this video, I'm kind of more confused than I was at the start.
If Kaufmo is still alive, then yes, it is very likely that we will see another important character in this story. And if Kaufmo is no longer with us, then unfortunately the chance of getting someone else in the circus is close to 0. but this means that the new character
Zero?
is in addition to the ones that are already living.
Oh, that's
in the
not
circus.
cool.
Because if one of them finally goes crazy and gets abstracted, in that case, we will 100% see a new character. Because despite the fate of Kaufmo, the golden rule of the circus is not going anywhere. And the golden rule is, if one of the circus inhabitants are abstracted, then someone else immediately takes their place. I also think that the next
so as long as
episode
people
will be
keep getting abstracted,
will be able
there's
to
gonna be
understand
new
the
characters
mechanism
taking their
of people getting
place.
stuck.
In this video, we discussed so many potential leaks about episode number 2. We discussed the potential of new characters. We also took a look at some early scenes from the Amazing Digital Circus that were never released before, at some cursed photos, and they were really creepy. We also saw an old intro that was never used, and to be honest, it was really creepy. And some hidden cutscenes that you've never seen before. This was a jam-packed video, so I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Can't wait to read all your comments, and I'll see you in the next one.